And we are back for El Coast to Coast here on a Wednesday. And yes, it still is a Golf Wednesday on C2C. Only a couple more left this year. The swing season's coming to a close, but the Zozo Championship. We head to the Far East. Japan is where they have this at the Accordia, where they had the Olympics, of course, a couple of years ago. And we have a pretty decent field. No cut. 78 golfers, some of the bigger names like we have not seen so far here in the fall. Cam Stewart is with me every Golf Wednesday as we give our picks for this week's event. Cam, good to see you as always. I do like this event. You've had some, bigger names win this event, whether it was Collin Morikawa last year. Keegan Bradley has won. Of course, way back Tigers won. So you usually have a couple of names that show up for this limited field event.
You got to tell you, though, Carver, this is also a spot where there's a lot of Japanese and unknowns that people, like for top 20s and stuff like that, you can blow up boxcars. Carver, I got to tell you, I'm going to miss the swing season, but second the week before, third was Schmid. Another, Harris English got close. Actually, we had a really good week. I'm enjoying, for the top 10s and 20s. I just can't hit a winner. But this week, Collin Morikawa, defending champion. I'm going a little bit deep. I like Morikawa, but I think we could do, there's a couple guys in the 28 to, 35, 60 to 1 range that we could tackle. Hey, I wouldn't be surprised if Chalk won. Chapelet's there and a couple other big hitters. Thomas will do well. Looks like he's turning his game around, but I'm going a little bit deeper down the board, Carver.
Yeah, I think that might be the way to go, especially since, Cam, as you look at the chalk for this event, this is a little too much for me. I mean, 4.5 to 1 for Xander, 6.5 to 1 for Morikawa,
8 for
Matsuyama 8, like that. I got 3 guys under 10, and we usually have a rule around here, Cam. We don't take anyone under 10. We don't nothing under double digits for me and you with the picks for any event, let alone the Zozo over in Japan. Which, by the way, remember this too if you're playing this event. This event tees off in about 3.5 hours.
Yeah, 7:45
p.m. East is the tee. Because remember, 13 hours are right about there, right, Cam? 12, 13 hour, 11, 12, 13 hour difference. So at 7:45 tonight is tomorrow morning in Japan. So if you're going to get your slips in, make sure you do it in the next couple of hours here before they start. All right, Cam, here's where I'm going for the board. I took one guy kind of up there, not in the range we were just talking about, but a bigger name, Justin Thomas at 20 to 1. I believe him and his wife are about to have a baby in a couple of weeks, Cam, his first child. It's all the focus of just golf is about to end for JT. Why not get one more win before he has to go deal with that for a very long time? Who's been playing really well on this swing season, Cam?
Bo
Hossler.
Yes.
It just feels like one of these weeks it's going to crack for him. 35 to 1 for him. This is just me beating myself over the head. I'm going with Max Homa at 50 to 1. Yeah. It's more just, I'm just chasing at this point. And I think the same thing with Cole, right?
Super chase.
Cole's like chasing too with 55 to 1. And I did want to take one of the Japanese golfers here on the home track. And Hisatsune has been around for us all year on the tour. Ryo Hisatsune and 100 to 1. Cam, remember, this is huge for these guys. I think there's about 20 golfers from the Japanese tour side of things. They win, Cam. It's Masters. It's, 2 years on the tour. There's a lot of things for those guys at stake.
This is a huge event. People don't understand. This is actually a big event. The Zozo, it's not just a Led Zeppelin album. This is real. You win here, you're going to do quite well. Let's do this thing, Carver. You love this guy early. I'm taking him to win. Kurt Kitayama, like Bo Hossler, 2 of the hottest players in the world right now. The Gim Reaper. He's lurking. He's right behind you. He's just about to get you. Second last week. And Carver, look at me travel the world like my boy Hainzer. Listen, brother, I'm going to the Philippines. I got Rico Hoey at 66 to 1. I got KH Lee. We got Korea. We got the Philippines. We got Japan. Let me tell you about Kensei Harada. This guy's actually the top player on the Japanese tour, played this course and finished 6th. I got to take at my 110 and CT pots and pans for my boy Carver. Too good of a price at 115 for CT
We love CT pots and pans
he's
on Golf Wednesdays.
He
one of our guys.
70 to 1.
I got him coming up here too with something, Cam, in a moment. Yep. I do have CT on my card somewhere. Placements for me. I will go Matsuyama with the top 5. He always plays well here. You expect him to do that. Top 5 at plus 180. Bo Hossler, I'll back it up. Top 10 at plus 300. Tom Hoagie Sandwich, top 10 at 4 to 1. Then the top 20s. Novocaine, Andrew Novak, plus 185 for the 20. Ryan Crazy Like a Fox, top 20 at plus 200. And Satoshi Kodaira, where has he been, Cam?
He's here. You get that number? My God, I got plus 475. I should have shot more. What a
plus
score.
750 at the book that I got that at this morning, Cam. So Kodaira, top 20, very big number.
Dude, I think there's one book I need to check in. He might be 7-8 to 1, and I got to put some more money in. I'm going with you. Morikawa, he won last year, top 5 plus 150. Sunjae Im, very big tournament for him. Top 10 plus 110. I'm with you on the hoagie sandwich at plus 120. Putnam, perfect player for this type of course. He's been playing well as well. Very good last week, plus 140. Ricky Fowler, Carver, I'm taking. We're switching spots.
I gave up.
Fowler's actually, you know what? He's actually playing better, though. He's a top 25 guy. Can we get top 20? And Satoshi Kodaira, plus 475. Where's my plus 775? I'm going to do it again at a better number.
Go shopping. Yeah, better go shop, Cam. It's out there. I'm telling you, it's there. We just gotta dig a little bit deeper. All right, first round leaders. Remember, only just under 80 golfers in this thing, so not a full field. Prices are not going to be the same as what we usually get for first round leaders. Here's where I'm going. Kurt Kitayama, 28 to 1. He's played well here in the past. Hoagie Sandwich, 40 to 1. Ryan Crazy Like a Fox, 50. This guy Silverman teased us last week, Cam. Teased us last week, 65 to 1 for him. There's CT Pots and Pans with a 70, and the Todd father as well at 70 to 1.
I love it. I'm going with Hostler. Carver likes him outright. Also a great starter, 38. Hoagie Sandwich, 40. Out of the gates, Brendan Todd, short course master, 60 to 1. Silverman, this guy's always coming out of the gate hot, 65. Charley Hoffman, the Thursday Warrior, at 66. And Kodaira, I'm all in this week, baby. 130 to 1. First round leader, my friend. Kodaira, let's go.
I will have to add the first round leader for Kodaira as well. If I'm going to play him for the top 20, he's got to get off to a little bit of a hot start. I might have to even find, maybe they got that top 5 first round, top 10 first round, something like that for Kodaira. Cam, let's have another big week in Japan at the Zozo. We're getting close to the end of the swing season. Let's go to the window. Cam Stewart with us on Golf Wednesday. We're back after this. And we are back from coast to coast here on a Wednesday, a Golf Wednesday on C2C. And that means that Keith Stewart from Read the Line is with us as always to give us his preview and picks for this week's event, which is very far from us. To the Far East we go for the Zozo. I think it might have been you or somebody else mentioning this, Keith. Like, I guess you would consider this because of the 78 no-cut field, I guess sort of the signature event of the swing season, right? I mean, that's kind of what the Zozo is as we look at this field at the Accordia Narashino Country Club. I've seen one or the other, or them both put together, however you actually want to do it. This is where they had the Olympics, of course, a couple years ago when Xander won the gold. So we have seen this place. Collin Morikawa is our defending champion. Good to see you as always, Keith.
Mike, it's a pleasure to be with you on a Golf Wednesday, and we've seen this golf course before. This is the 6th edition. We did lose one over there in Japan because of the pandemic. We played that one in America. Patrick Cantley won that one, so don't look at 2020. But the other ones, Tiger, Hideki, Keegan, and, of course, Collin a year ago. We have the history. Let's get right into it.
Tell us a little bit about the weather this week, Narashino itself. Any changes from the last time we saw it? Does the weather look good? Because we talked last week about Vegas, and the weather ended up playing a very big role in terms of they couldn't get out on the course Friday and Saturday morning. They had a lot of problems.
I mean, everything we talked about last week came true. Even though they moved the tee times, there was a 3-stroke advantage, for the AM, PM guys. So the early and then the late on Friday guys. We played most of those guys, and things worked out for us. So if you had JT Poston, then congratulations to you. Looking ahead to this week, the weather just looks a little cool and a little damp over there in Japan. Nothing that's going to, I think, upset the traffic flow. We're going to have Thursday through Sunday. Now, I said Saturday there by mistake because I want everyone to know that golf starts tonight. Those lineups and everything, the bets, you got to get them in by about 7 p.m. tonight, 7:30 at the latest. If you want to go pre-tournament, we have golf over in Japan, and this Accordia Golf Narashino Country Club over there, I'm telling you, it is 36 holes of target golf. Now, they use the West Coast, for the West Course for this event. And one of the things that's really cool you're going to notice, Mike, when you watch the coverage is that every hole has 2 greens. And the reason for that is over in Japan, it's very customary to put 2 greens in at these affluent country clubs because They have Bermuda grass on one and bent grass on the other. And you know how we love to pay attention to agronomy. Well, they're using 17 bent grass greens this week. So that's what we'll model for. The fourth hole, for whatever reason, they're using Bermuda grass. There must be a maintenance issue. But when you see the two greens, it's kind of cool. And it really implies a target approach to this golf course. On approach, we've got 5 par 3s. That's unique to the scorecard. We've got these really kind of bipolar-ish par 4s. There's 5 of them under 425 and 5 over 480. It really is just a tree line, 73 bunkers, 5 holes with water. You got to be a good ball striker. And look at the list of champions. It certainly proves it.
All right, let's get right into it, Keith. As you mentioned, we only got a couple hours before they tee off, so get your slips in now for the Zozo outrights. I love when we're reading the same mail. This guy's been pretty good in the swing season. Bo Hostler getting involved.
I mean, Bo Hostler's got a great history here. He's T16, T2 a year ago. He was runner-up to Collin Morikawa. He's had a very good fall. He's gaining over 6 strokes per event in the fall against the field. What more is there to say? He got blown away in the bad wave last week at the Shriners, but he didn't play bad. And he gained over 7 strokes with the putter. I like that coming into this week at a place where he has very, very good history. I also love Kurt Kiniyama. I mean, is anybody hitting the ball better than this guy? He's probably the second best ball striker in the field behind Xander. In his 2 fall swing events, Carver, get this, tee to green, he's gained over 12 strokes on the field both times. Now, there's been some problems with the putter, but if you look at the past champions here, Hideki, Keegan, not necessarily flat stick aficionados, if you know what I mean. Further down the board, speaking of guys that can putt, how about Andrew Putnam, right? Last week, I liked him for a top 20, and he cashed for us on that placement board. Andrew has a good history here. 2022, he was runner-up. He leads the field in greens and regulation over the last 24 rounds. The guy's accurate on approach, and he can putt. At 80-1, we're going to have some fun with this thing. 4 rounds and 78 players. I think a guy like Andrew Putnam on a positional golf course, which he's good at, like a Wailea, he's definitely a threat in my mind, and he's playing well. And then the last guy, the G-man, Gary Woodland. First top 10 since his brain surgery, right? Last week at the Shriners. And everyone, the ball striking's there. Over his last 5, he's gained over 6 shots tee to green. It's always been the putter. But guess what? Last week at the Shriners, he gains almost 4 strokes with the putter. And I talked to people in his camp. He's changed his practice regimen. He's using a lab putter. Still has the Odyssey Gamer for the tournaments, but he's changed some things around, and no one would. I mean, the golf gods, they got to give us Gary Woodland at 80-1.
They certainly do. It would be great to see Gary. I'm going to add him to the card because I got a little feeling for it as well, Keith. I hope that he comes through. Let's get to the placements next. And look at what we have here. A Willie Z sighting in Japan this week.
Hey, I know we're limited on time. Top 10, I'm going Hostler. I feel good about his history here and the way he's been playing. Willie Z, last time we saw him, 12th at the FedEx, 13th at the BMW, and then all of a sudden, he disappears, but he's back. Positional golf course that needs ball striking. You know what, Willie Z? We'd love to come back there as well. The Gim Reaper, final group last week, pushed the postman to the bitter end. I like the Gim Reaper here. Again, another place where he doesn't have to putt necessarily well, that his ball striking will take over. I'm taking Putnam again at top 20. Now, Carver, there's 14 guys from the Japanese Golf Tour in this event. I'm going with Ryosuke Kinoshita, right? Okay, runner-up last week at the Japan Open. This guy, he played at Royal Troon. Since then, he's got, listen to this. He's gone 7th, 17th, 6th, and 2nd there at the Japan Open. He's played good here before. He understands how to get it done over in the Zozo. Japanese player, plus 225 on a top 30. He's got to beat half the field. And then one more name, a name that you probably remember, Ryo Ishikawa. At some point, this guy in his career, he was 29th in the world. Remember, he was like the next Tiger Woods from Japan. He was a huge star. But you know what? He's still playing over there. He's playing well. Last year in the Japan Open, he finished 2nd. He came over there to the Zozo, and then he finished 4th. A couple weeks ago at the Japan Open, finished 8th. What will he do this week? He's going to finish in the top 30 and give us 3.5-1.
It certainly is. And like you said, there's a lot of things that those players from the Japan Tour can get by winning this event. Some huge things such as Masters invites, 2 years, etc. Very, very important indeed. Head-to-heads. And look, we always go after someone, and I know you're happy to see Max Homa back out there.
Oh, there's no doubt I'm happy to see Max Homa out there on a golf course where you really have to put the driver in play. So I'm rolling the dice, and I'm taking Johnny Vegas over Max Homa at plus money. Vegas, it's a ball striker's paradise, and he's that type of guy who will put the ball in play consistently. Max has got to play better than he has. He wasn't good in Montreal when I was there on property. And the second one, I'm taking JT over Minwoo Lee. Minwoo Lee's approach game was atrocious in Montreal, and it needs to be a lot better going into this event, being such a target-oriented golf course. So I'm taking JT at minus 120.
I was saying earlier, Keith, to Cam, I think that JT and his wife are expecting a baby in a couple weeks, so really a last chance for him to focus in on golf. I'm hopefully sprinkling a little dust on JT at 20-1 here to see if we can get it.
I mean, here's the thing. Here's the secret to this place. Hideki, Keegan, these guys are expert scramblers, right? JT is an unbelievable wedge player. That's the secret sauce around this place. Yep. Get a guy that can score from short range on those short par fours and the par fives like a JT, and you're going to have a positive card this weekend.
Keith, I believe we will see you here on the network as well tomorrow because you're on the Smiley Show tomorrow here on SportsGrid. How about that?
Yeah, those guys reached out. They are big fans of Golf Wednesday, and they wanted to take it to the podcast. I couldn't have been happier to join them. And so tune in, everybody. Check me out on the Smiley Show. We're talking golf betting, education, everything. It just was so much fun. Great time with the guys.
And I'll see you back in 2 weeks as we will be going to Mexico in 2 weeks for that. Keith Stewart, read the line, coast to coast. We're back, Zozo, right after this.